I am not me. I am art, and I am here with you right now, right here. It is the 20th of October 2019, and the time is, whatever the time is, a little after 9 where I am, wherever you are. Could be anything else. I don't know where you are. This live update has begun. Here we go. How are you? How are you? Are you well? I'm well. I've had a heck of a week, a lot more Inktober. A lot more Inktober. It has been continuously a struggle, a challenge, that kind of enforced creativity. I feel burnt out today. I can't do it today. Not an option. Not an option, because I know that all of you are out there desperate, hungry, nom, 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 nom. Want a little morsel of an image and a video description to explain what I mean. There is an argument to be said that if I just stayed within the guidelines a little bit more with the drawings, that I wouldn't need to explain them in the way that I do, and I wouldn't need to take that time to make a video each week. The fact is, that's not my style. I live outside the box. If I were a homeless man and I had a cardboard box, I would live outside of it, unless it got really cold, in which case the protective cardboard would be needed, would be necessary to keep me warm, keep me dry. What are we talking about? Okay, so that was last week. This week coming up, more Inktober, guys. More Inktober. We're still well over a week from finishing, which is astonishing. I think it's fair to say it does kind of boggle belief that we are on day 20, and that means there's 11 days left, not including today, which I'll need to do after we wrap this up. So, yeah, still a lot to do. Looking forward to it, looking forward to it. It's also getting towards Halloween next week, so I'm not sure whether I'll have time, what with Inktober taking up so much of my time, to work out some kind of Inktober vibe. But if I can, I will. That's the guy I am. If I can, I will, for you. For you. Okay? Well, I thought I'd have this thing here so it'd be like the news, so you'd be able to see me and then what we're doing at the moment. What are we doing at the moment? We are doing Q&A. Leave that there. Oh, you can't even flippin' well see it, can you? Because the light is so... Well, that's a disaster. But you've got to try these things, haven't you? You've got to try these things. Today's Q&A question comes from SosaFlow, Aaron Sosa. He's a long-time fan, and I very much appreciate his support and his engagement. He asked a couple of weeks ago, actually, how many Pokemon is too many Pokemon? I assume he himself is a Pokemon trainer, and he is curious, perhaps a little worried that he's going overboard, taking what is essentially a Japanese children's cartoon about a fictional animal fighting ring, and taking it too far, and it's taking up too much of his life. I hadn't seen a lot of Pokemon by the time he asked me this question, so I took the time to do my due diligence. And with my due diligence, I found a lot of things. I found out, here's some facts, there are 8 generations of Pokemon. 8 generations. Within those 8 generations, 828 Pokemon. So there's a lot. There's a lot of these little critters hanging around. All with funny names and silly arms And I started to work out quite an in-depth equation. Because I thought, well, the first generation, you're going to want most of them. So let's say 3/4 of them. Second generation, maybe a bit less, maybe 60%. Generations 3 and 4, I wasn't a big fan of when I looked them over. So maybe just 20% of them. I did this for all of them. I added them up. I came to a number. And then do you know what I realised? Do you know what I realised, guys? It's that Pokemon is an artistic hobby. You weren't expecting that, were you? It's an artistic hobby. It is a cartoon that encompasses a card game, that encompasses several video games. It's an all-encompassing artistic endeavour. And if you want to engage with it, go all the way. How do I make you understand this? If you were an ornithologist, how many birds would be too many birds? If you were a lexicographer, how many words would be too many words? If you were a mathematician, how many thirds would be too many thirds? If you collected Turkish sub-communities, how many Kurds would be too many Kurds? If you collected collections of cattle, how many herds would be too many herds? If you enjoyed collecting dog poops, how many, do you see what I mean? If you're going to do it, go all in. So to answer your question, Mr. Sosa, how many Pokemon are too many? There is no such thing. If you have found a thing that you engage with on a creative level, don't limit yourself. Go all in. Yeah? I mean, just look at me with Inktober, and that was a great idea. So that's the end of Q&A. What have we got now? Here we go. AOTW. Gosh, what could he possibly mean with that? Artist of the week. Artist of the week. There we go. And the artist of the week this week is another, last week, I'm sure you'll remember, because I'm confident that you watch all of these. I gave the award to the advertising department that worked with DiGiorno's to come up with the incredibly bold advertising campaign that claimed, without a hint of irony, that DiGiorno's home-cooked frozen pizzas were considerably, obviously better than delivery pizzas. I thought the boldness of that was incredible. So I awarded my Artist of the Week to them. And it's a similar situation here, actually. I was clicking through YouTube, as I do for about half of my life, I think. Clicking through various videos, and there were adverts before the videos. But for me, I don't look at them as a negative. I look at them as a positive. I clicked on one video, and look, I'm getting another video to enjoy, full of interest and substance. And this one was for Toyota. The link just clicked through to the main Toyota website. And the claim that Toyota used here was, this might just be that one occasion where you enjoy the advert more than the video. Now, I just said that I appreciate the adverts before YouTube videos, and I stand by that. Emma is watching. Happy birthday for yesterday to Emma. Oh my gosh, how did she get a shout out? Because she let me know that it was happening, guys. She engaged. That's all it is. It's engagement. Emma understands that. She's so far got a birthday shout out and a Hawaiian themed drinking game out of it. It doesn't take a lot. Welcome, Emma. I enjoy the videos, the adverts before YouTube videos. However, to make any kind of claim that I would enjoy an advert that I have not chosen over a video that I have chosen, the mere idea of that is so incredibly bold that I couldn't help but be impressed. I couldn't help it. I thought, wow, these guys are really pushing what is possible from a YouTube advert. They might as well claim, oh, if you want a Toyota, maybe just walk outside of your house, apartment, flat or domicile. There might be a Toyota on the pavement in front of you with the doors open and the keys in the ignition. Hello, Stuart Seaton. And yes, there might be. There might be. But there probably isn't, is there? I'm probably not going to enjoy this advert more than the video. And all that did was make me more motivated to click the skip advert button. That's all it meant. I was driven with a pathological need almost to click that skip button. Skip ad, skip ad. But these guys had thought of everything. They'd thought of everything because it was one of those adverts that you can't skip. It was like 15 seconds long and I just had to sit there while it happened to me. And I thought, wow, in terms of an overall experience, they've taken me on a roller coaster here. So, to the fine people in the marketing department at Toyota, if I had a hat, I'd take it off for you. I'd take it off for you because that was great stuff. That was great stuff. Okay, so, for anybody watching, if you have any questions, I think we've probably got time for one question. If you've got more than one question, I can just drop another question into next week's show, if that's something that you guys are doing. But if not, that's absolutely fine. Emma says, do you remember the Tango Man of the 90s, Notme? I remember several Tango Men of the 90s. If it's the one that I think you're referring to, it was quite a large chap wearing a nappy. Hello, Jesus. How are you, sir? Are you well? Are you coming to say hello to everybody? Come here. Come here. There we go. There we go, Jesus. Keeping it chilled on a Sunday morn. Well done. Good lad. It was a large chap, painted all orange, wearing a nappy of sorts. And he went around kissing people, slapping people, to highlight the taste of tango. Now, what I did like about those adverts, is that they really, for me, in an era before we had such incredible CG as we do at the moment, CG meaning computer-generated imagery, CGI, in our movies, in our superhero movies. We watch our superhero movies. If somebody has super speed, we have the facilities, we have the capabilities to show that now. We slow everything down, there's debris, everything flying around. And back in the 90s, Tango did not have those capabilities. All they had to rely on was their wit, their ingenuity, and their brain power. And so what they did is they showed us how quick this tango man was at running through crowds, slapping people in the face and kissing them, just through the thing of the action replay. And I just thought, gosh, that's incredible. I really want to have a Fanta, which shows that it didn't really work, because rather than going for a tango, I was going for a Fanta, and perhaps it's that reason that you don't really find tango as much anymore, but you do still find Fanta. Excuse me. That it worked out so poorly for them. But in terms of advertising, real top notch. Real top notch. And Stuart asks, we'll do one more. I think we've got time. Notme, have you ever, what's up in the style of the Bud adverts? Budweiser. Yes, I enjoyed those adverts when I was younger, and wished I had a group of friends to do that kind of thing with. Shall I do one now? Shall I do one now? Gosh, it'll be so silly. Shall I do one now, Jesus? Okay, let's do one. I'll pretend you're my phone. I'll pretend Jesus is my phone. Hello? What's up? Gosh, that was good. That was good. I enjoyed that very much. Thank you very much, Stuart. And so, at that point, we have to say, like Jim Morrison and the Doors, this is the end. Beautiful friends. I have to say, so next week we've got more Inktober, maybe a Halloween thing, if I can work it out. I don't know, maybe not. But that was Auditory Shangri-La. You're welcome. It's what I produce every single week. Thank you so much for joining me, Emma and Stuart, and anyone else who I missed along the way. If you have further questions that you would like answered next week, feel free to drop them as a comment on this video or any Notme video over the next week, and I will collate them and pick the best ones for next week. But for now, I will say, I am Notme, I am Art, and I am wishing you a happy and creative week. This update is over.